Welcome to Full Count Rhythm Baseball on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Presented by Full Count Ministries and Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. Now let's head into the ballpark for tonight's game.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are at Madisonville, Kentucky at Elmer Kelly Stadium as the first pitch has been delivered tonight here as our three umpires have arrived. I don't think we've had our coaches meeting yet. We might have while I was getting ready, but we are about set for baseball. We're scheduled at 6:30 p.m. We'll only have two camera shots tonight, and you've seen both of them. And one of them has the big fan here right in the middle, the best location that we could come up with here at Elmer Kelly Stadium. Been here since 1941. Boyce Tate, the voice of the Madisonville Miners, came by and gave me a little bit of refresher. It's been a couple of years since we've played a ball game here at Elmer Kelly Stadium. It says Elmer Kelly Field on the scoreboard, but that's because they ran out of room on the scoreboard out there, the brand new scoreboard that they have put up, and apparently they've been having some issues with it. But we are moments away, I guess, from the starting lineups being introduced here at the ballpark. So let's take our first break, and we'll be back with our Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineups.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Welcome back to the Full Count Broadcast Network. Now it's time for the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineup.
And a big thanks to Todd and Linda Hunley over at Chick-fil-A of Rivergate for being the title sponsor for the Full Count Rhythm this year. Well, let's get to the starting lineups. First for the visiting Rhythm with a record of 6-2, coached by Josh Carman. Leading off, playing center field, Lou D'Alessio. Batting second, playing right field, is J.P. Head. Batting third is Jake Merrick. He's down at third base. Blake Carter, cleanup hitter, playing first base. Trey Simmons is behind the plate. Batting fifth, Nolan Sargent in left field, hits sixth. Spencer Yu at second. He'll hit seventh. The 8-hole hitter is the DH, Landon Ward. Logan Kroc, he's back at his familiar spot at shortstop. He'll hit ninth, and on the mound, Roman Petricka from Vanderbilt University, left-hander from Mount Juliet, Tennessee. He'll face the lineup for the Madisonville Miners, who come in with a 5-2 record. They are in second place, a half game behind the Rhythm head coach Brian Campbell of the Miners. Cliff Weisinger leads off. He'll play left field. The first baseman is Cooper Wright. He'll bat second. Coulter Hamilton at shortstop, hitting third. Noah Burning, the DH, and cleaning up the batting order. Sean O'Brien bats fifth, plays second base. Logan Bailey behind the plate, hits sixth. 7-hole hitter Ian Cartwright playing center field. Justin Early at third base, hits eighth. The number 9-hole hitter is Dylan Toller, and he is heading out to right field right now, and on the mound for the Miners. Another left-hander. We got a couple of left-handers. Travis Kellums is on the hill from Birdseye, Indiana. Attends Indiana University Southeast. That is where assistant or head coach Brian Campbell is an assistant coach. He's assisted by Sean Chex and Braden Taylor. Josh Carman's assistants are Jimmy Gamboa, Carson Howard, and Jonas Smithson. It is national anthem time, so of course we'll have to take a break. It'll be sung here in person. So we will take our break and we'll be back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft-serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
Think about something for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood bakery to the biggest multinational corporation, is someone's dream come true. The byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property. It's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, that's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
And a duet for the national anthem tonight, as they do a live national anthem, I believe, every time, just like Paducah does. It's good to be back in familiar places here. As I said earlier, Royce Tate, the radio man here for the Madisonville Miners, been here, I think he told me, a dozen years now. He's got to be the senior statesman in the league in terms of broadcasting. Eddie Crittenden over at Fulton Railroaders just got started a couple of years ago, and Paducah's got a new broadcaster, at least in the last couple of years. Had a couple since I've been in the league. Brendan Evers, a young high school student who then went on to Nebraska and has just graduated, was the Paducah Chiefs radio announcer for the first couple of years. Then Todd Hamilton came over after doing the Hoptown Hoppers for a year or two. Now he has retired and moved to Thailand. Trying to think. Henderson, I don't know that I've met those announcers up there. We were there last night, or the other night, and went down into defeat. Got back on the winning ways in yesterday's contest. 7-5 victory over the Hoptown Hoppers. After going up 5-0, Hoptown came back to tie the game in the 6th with the 3 spot. Then the Rhythm scored 2 in the bottom of the 7th and held on for their 6th victory in 8 tries this year. Madisonville Miners, they have been in first place as well. Rhythm have been out of first place only on a couple of days, as crowds still arriving here at Elmer Kelly Stadium. Here in Madisonville, we're in the middle of the city park, Madisonville City Park. Folks bring their own chairs. There are some seat backs here at the small stadium, then aluminum seating around as well. Some folks bring their lawn chairs and sit right up next to the wall. As we are about underway, the Rhythm trying to get back onto a streak. Thanks for joining me. This is Tim Reese, back on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Had our first day of kids camp today. Beautiful morning until all of a sudden the weather started coming in. Lou DeLessio leading off for the Rhythm, facing Travis Kellums, and the first pitch swung on and missed. We are underway right at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. Game time temperature 78 degrees, brought to you by Stitches by Cindy. That's a line drive out, softly hit. That'll drop in front of Dylan Toller for a leadoff base hit by Lou DeLessio. Good start for the Rhythm. DeLessio did not play in yesterday's game against the Hoppers. Now John Paul Head stands in. Left-handed pitcher DeLessio leads, and there's a ball that gets into the dirt, all natural dirt here, and down to second base, as we got to get him on base to start with. Hey, Andrew Holmes is not here, Tim. You're going to have to run this scoreboard all by yourself. Now Head, the leading RBI man in the league, with a runner at second base. DeLessio singled and moved to second on the wild pitch. That catches the outside corner. Nice pitch there as it runs away from the right-handed batter. John Paul Head leading the club in batting average, .500. He's got 11 hits, 4 doubles, 2 home runs, 16 RBIs, getting on base, .656 average. DeLessio had a hop. That breaking pitch curved around the plate for ball 2. Head playing in his 8th game. It's the 9th game of the year for the Rhythm. Also tied for the team lead in walks with Logan Kroc. He's got 9 of those. 2-1 pitch coming from Kellums. DeLessio again with a jump lead, and that's popped over to the right side. Over is Cooper Wright, and he will not have enough room to make the catch. Count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Paula Sims is checked in on Facebook. Good to have you along tonight. JP, John, or John Paul, 6'1", 215-pound sophomore from Vestavia Hills, Alabama. They're trying to pick on that outside corner, and Head does not bite. And we'll have our first Full Count Ministries full count. Hello to Paul and Leanne Head, undoubtedly listening down in Alabama. Maybe Ryan, his younger sister, is as well. Pop and BB, Papa and Yee Yee, all in Hoover, Alabama. DeLessio, a huge jump right there. That ball's lifted high and deep to right field. Short track out here. That's going to get down and to the wall. DeLessio had to hold up to see if that ball was going to be caught, and the play at the plate is not in time. DeLessio does come in to score. I did not get him over to second. Let's get him on that wild pitch. Now we'll get the Framework Athletics first run of the ball game in. I'll get there, folks. Another RBI for John Paul Head. That's his 17th of the year. Back-to-back hits for the Rhythm. So they take the 1-0 lead and brings up Jake Merrick. Yeah, meeting on the mound already. Merrick, 5'11", 200-pound rising sophomore at UAB, University of Alabama, Birmingham. He is from Knoxville, Tennessee, one of the 3 Farragut Admirals. First visit, says our home plate umpire. Jim and Angie Merrick are his parents. Hunter is his brother. Grandpa in Naperville. Grandma in Hastings, Michigan. Pappy and Mimi, they're in Rockwood, Tennessee. Merrick comes in hitting .346. He and Logan Kroc have played in every game for the Rhythm this year. Leads the club in singles with 8. He also has a double, 6 RBIs, and an opportunity right here to drive in Head, who's out at second base, with a Dudat double. First pitch to Merrick, misses down. Thanks to Dudat Communications. Beautiful programs that you get at Drakes Creek for the home games. Beautifully printed by Craig Sinnard. That slider misses somewhere. And a 2-ball, no strike count. Let's see if I can adjust that camera up just a hair during the break. On deck, Blake Carter. Merrick looking for a pitch to hit here and doesn't get it. Apparently down, and we'll have a 3-ball, no strike count. Merrick has also walked 7 times. He's been plunked 4. He and Parker Staborski lead the team in that category, and that's a 4-pitch walk. And runners at first and second. With 1 run already in, Blake Carter's going to get to the plate with 2 on, nobody out. Carter playing his 8th game of the year. He's from Lipscomb University. 6'3", 215-pound sophomore from Webb School over in Knoxville. A couple of looks back, and Kellums didn't look like he wanted to throw that pitch. Blake Carter, an imposing figure at the plate. Son of Clark and Kimberly Carter, brother to Caroline, grandson of Granddaddy and Grandmama there in Kingsport, Tennessee. Grandpa and Marie, Nana and Peepaw Mitch in the Tri-Cities. 0-1 pitch, misses outside. Rhythm in game 1 at Hendersonville, lost to the Madisonville Miners 11-5 back 6 days ago. That was the Rhythm's first loss of the year. Kellum's struggling to find the plate. Misses with that inside pitch. Two balls and a strike to Blake Carter, the first baseman for the Rhythm. He cracks that one out to right field. Dylan Toller over. He's going to have room. Makes the catch. Tagging at second is J. Paul Head. I just added another way to refer to him. There's the first out. Fly out, but it's a productive out by Blake Carter. Still an 0 for 1, but team player says I moved a runner around. So runners at the corners for the Rhythm. Trace Simmons, the catcher, steps to the plate. In the portal after 1 year at Lincoln Memorial University. He's from Hendersonville. He takes a look at a breaking pitch for a called strike. Simmons, 6'1", 205-pound criminal justice major. Keith and Amy Simmons are his parents. Kaylee, his sister. That pitch misses way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike count to the right-handed hitting catcher. Hello to Paul and Ma in Shannon, Mississippi. Papa and Meanie, they hang out in Hendersonville. And former Full Count Rhythm right-hander Jackson Benjamin is Simmons' mentor. He hits that one high and deep to left field. Back goes Cliff Weisinger. He is running out of room. He gives it a leap, and it's gone. 3-run home run for Trace Simmons. Here in the top of the first inning. Rhythm getting to Travis Kellums early. And the Rhythm lead 4-0. First long ball of the year for Simmons. Get you the dimensions here at Elmer Kelly Stadium. They are unusual. Shortest distance to center field of any stadium or field that the Rhythm play at this year. It's the first pitch to Nolan Sargent, misses the zone. 335 to dead center field. It's longer in the alleys and down the line than it is in center field. Nolan Sargent from Belmont University, 5'10", 180-pound sophomore. Attended Macaulay High School, the son of Scott and Leah Sargent, brother to Tucker. Looks at a 1-1 pitch. That's cracked down the left field line toward the Rhythm bullpen, but it'll go foul. Jay Myers listening in. He says, let's go Rhythm. Nolan's got a papaw and a granny in Chattanooga. He also has a nanny in Chattanooga. 1-2 pitch from Kellums. Swing and a foul ball. Logan Bailey comes back to retrieve that quickly, but wasn't sure that Sargent actually got a piece of that one. But apparently he did. Nobody on, 1 out, top of the first. Rhythm with 4. Already home. Lou D'Alessio got it started with a little soft liner into right field. J.P. Head, a double to right center field, drove in D'Alessio. Jake Merrick walked. There's a ground ball up the middle. Shortstop Coulter Hamilton gloves and throws on to first to retire Sargent. Now 2 outs. After Blake Carter flew out to right field, Trace Simmons hit his first big fly of the year, a 3-run bomb over the left field wall. Now stepping to the plate, Spencer Yu from George Washington. Playing second base again tonight. Nearly got hit with that pitch. 5'10", 200-pound rising sophomore. He's from Innsworth High School in Nashville, Tennessee. Son of Jim and Aaron Yu, brother to Andrew. He's got an Ama and an Agon, his grandparents in Henderson, Nevada. Line drive out to center field. Ian Cartwright to his left, and he'll make the catch for the final out in the first. You got a pretty good piece of that pitch, but lined it right to the center fielder, who gets to play pretty shallow in center field with a 335-foot fence. The Rhythm scored 4 runs, all earned on 3 hits, single, double, and a home run. No errors, nobody left on base. Heading to the bottom of the first, Roman Petricka out on the mound. Tell you about him when we return right here on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Hey, I've been thinking, bank fees can seem pretty cruel. Well, they did until I went to Volunteer State Bank. I found a bank with a local personalized service and free checking. Yeah, may I present to you Kasasa. Now, it's kind of like my checking account is paying me instead of the other way around. Visit one of our 11 locations or anywhere you have a phone. Real people, real solutions right here. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese on the Full Count Broadcast Network. We're in Madisonville, Kentucky tonight, taking on the Madisonville Miners. Roman Petricka back out on the mound for his second start of the year. 6'1", 190-pound redshirt freshman, communications major at Vanderbilt. Mount Juliet High School is where he attended. The son of Stephen Petricka in Wolverine, Michigan, and Melody Petricka in Greenville, Kentucky. He's got a grandpa up in Wolverine as well. And he is out, as I said, for his second start. In his first start, 4 innings, 2 hits, did not allow a run, walked 4, struck out 3. did plunk one batter, got the win. And make sure of that. I did not write that down. So before he did not get that win. That was the 8-6 game against Hoptown. So he pitched at Hoptown. And his first pitch to the leadoff batter, Cliff Weisinger, outside the zone for ball one. Second one's right in there. Weisinger playing in his 8th game of the year, hitting .391. He's got a home run, 6 RBIs on the season. The 1-1 misses high and away. Weisinger from McDonough, Georgia. He attends or will attend Auburn University at Montgomery. Petricka nearly lost his footing out there on the mound. Count now is 3 balls and a strike. So you can see I did not get to change the camera angle during the inning. That pitch is in there on the inside corner. We'll have a full count Ministries full count. Weisinger, the left fielder, fouls that one over to the on-deck circle. Cooper Wright is standing over there. The full count pitch again. That's high, ball 4. A leadoff walk for Weisinger.
Now batting the first base.
And that brings Cooper Wright to the plate. He's played in 6 games, hitting .238, 7 RBIs on the season, a left-handed hitter. Lefty on lefty matchup. Weisinger pretty close to the bag as Petricka missing high. Couple of looks at first. Weisinger stays put. That fastball whispers at the outside corner for a called strike. In the right-handed batter's box by the time Trey Simmons cut that one. Petricka will deliver. High. He's missing high today. Petricka came out of that game against Hoptown with a 2-0 lead. Full count, got another 2 runs. Led 4-0. There's a fly ball out to right field. John Paul Head has a beat on that one and makes the catch. Strong throw back to the infield. Has Weisinger heading back to first base. Now 1 out.
Number 15.
Coulter Hamilton's a shortstop. They don't have height and weight on here, but that's a good-looking young man right there. He looks like he's about 6'4", and a tall shortstop at that. 5 team home runs for the Miners in their first 7 games. Runner takes off. The pitch is taken for a strike. Throw down is into center field. Weisinger with a head-first slide. Ball got by D'Alessio, but Weisinger stays put at second base. A stolen base. But an 0-1 count. Now a runner in scoring position. It looks like Weisinger has to get a half a pound of dirt out of his face and maybe out of his pants, and trying to clean his face off a little bit so he can see at least a corner of the third base bag. Oh, 1 pitch. Fouled back. That'll get out of play. Nope. Bounces off the top of the roof here and comes back in to the grassy area. Justin Early, the third baseman, comes over to get that foul ball. 0-2 pitch. Nice slider there, and Hamilton able to hold up on that swing. Lands about his right foot. Nolan Sargent in left, Lou DeLessio in center, John Paul Head in right. Jake Merrick and Logan Kroc on the left side. Spencer Yu, Blake Carter on the right side of the infield. Trace Simmons catching Roman Petricka, who delivers a fastball high. He's been leaving those pitches up. Probably not where you want. When 352 in the alley to the left, 342 I have to right center. 332, the most shallow spot on this stadium is at center field. Line drive right at the second baseman, but getting back as Weisinger, and now 2 outs as Hamilton hit that one on the button. Spencer Yu correctly positioned. The DH, Noah Burning, stands in. From Brandon, Florida, Bishop State Community College. Played in 7 games. He's hitting .360. He has a home run and 5 RBIs on the season. Roman Petricka trying to wiggle off here in the bottom of the first after his offense got him a 4-0 lead before he even took the mound. 2 outs, a runner at second. Breaking pitch is high. Eight rows of seats here at Elmer Kelly Stadium. And I am on the top row. There's a fastball on the inside corner for a called strike. Blake Carter playing pretty close to the line down the first base line. Outfield can play fairly shallow, although I would say Nolan Sargent is at regular depth, as is John Paul Head. Another fastball and another strike. As Burning taking a couple pitches right here. That might have been a pitch right there. You go the opposite way and serve that out to left field. Weisinger looks like he probably runs well. See if they got stolen bases on here. I don't see it. He's going here, and a swing and a miss, and a Safeware strikeout ends the inning. Petricka with that breaking pitch got the swing and the miss from the left-handed hitting Noah Burning. His first strikeout of the ball game. 1 runner left on board. No runs, no hits, no errors. And the Rhythm retained the 4-0 lead. They'll come back with the Sticks. We'll be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
You might get to nap, but your money doesn't. Like right now. At Volunteer State Bank, it's working hard day and night, earning 4.5% APY. Playtime, drive time, anytime. You could be out with friends or on vacation, but your money, it doesn't take a break. You've worked hard for it. Now let it work hard for you. Open a free Kasasa Cash checking account today and earn 4.5 annual percentage yield if qualifications are met on balances up to $15,000.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
Jim Reese on the Full Count Broadcast Network. We are in Madisonville, Kentucky for game number 9 of the 2025 season in the Ohio Valley League. Rhythm back after a 1-year hiatus. Landon Ward, Logan Kroc, and the top of the order is Ward takes a hack at the first pitch he sees, fouls it out. A play, a AAA autoglass foul ball. There is a lot of autoglass off to the right side. Travis Kellums on the mound for inning number 2. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Landon Ward from Gallatin, Tennessee, attends Lee University. Got that one off the end of the bat. He's down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. 5'7", 170-pound redshirt freshman. Business major there for, I think, Coach Brew is still at Lee University. Brandon and April Ward is his parents. Starts to go, and apparently he does go. And Ward is down on strikes. Tried to check a swing, but could not. First strikeout of the ball game for Kellums. That'll bring up Logan Kroc, the switch-hitting shortstop. Low and inside. Line drive, that's going to get into left field and down for a base hit. Kroc rounds first, bobbled out there by Weisinger, but the throw right on target. Also not handled by the second baseman, but Kroc is on at first base with a 1-out single. Logan has been hot lately. Did not collect a hit in yesterday's game, went 0 for 3, but did draw another walk and scored. Back to the top of the lineup, Lou D'Alessio swings at the breaking pitch that he sees, fouls it off. 1 out, 1 on, and an 0-1 count to D'Alessio. Singled and scored the Framework Athletics' first run of the game. Big lead for Kroc. They're going to throw over. They being Travis Kellums. Him and everybody who's with him. Kroc and D'Alessio tied for the team lead in stolen bases, but Kroc won't have to steal second here. D'Alessio's 2 for 2. Lou came in hitting .261. He's now picked up hit number 7 and 8. It makes him 7 for 25, or 8 for 25. That's a cool .320 batting average. If you want to current AB or batting average. John Paul Head at the plate. Doubled his last time up. He's hit one high and deep to center field. Ian Cartwright is back. He's turned around, and that ball's gone. Another 3-run home run. John Paul Head with his 3rd home run of the year. And he picks up 3 more RBIs. He now has 20 on the season. Don't get too close to John Paul Head. He is on fire. And the Rhythm have scored the touchdown and kicked the extra point, lead 7-0. Back-to-back hits for full count. Off of Travis Kellums as Jake Merrick has to retrieve the bat. Merrick walked in his first plate appearance. Looking to get the party started again with 1 out, nobody on. Getting started with a strikeout, but then Logan Kroc and Lou D'Alessio back-to-back singles into left field. Then John Paul Head didn't waste any time. Delivered one over that 335 center field wall. Ian Cartwright took a couple steps, and then he just turned his back to the infield and watched that one fly out of here. Jake Merrick walked on 4 pitches the first time. He's seen 7 pitches, and not one of them has been in the strike zone. 3-0 pitch. That one's in the strike zone. Breaking pitch Kellums went to get the strike. Clay Carter on deck. John Paul Head with a double, a home run, 4 RBIs in his first 2 plate appearances. 3-1 pitch. That's a line drive, and a leaping Justin Early robs Jake Merritt of a 4th straight hit for the Rhythm. And there's out number 2. Justin Early would probably tell you that he got about 2 feet off the ground. He might have been about 3 credit cards up. He gave the appearance of a really high leap, but don't think he really got off the ground. Vicky Maloney superfans checked in. Says a let's go Rhythm. Tim Ferguson rooting for JP as Blake Carter cues one over to the Madisonville on deck area. He's down in the count 0-2. Blake Carter flew out to right field. You see everybody else getting on the hit parade. You want to join. Blake Carter, he joins in a line drive out to left field. That ball's down. That's the 4th base hit of the inning. The 7th of the game for the Rhythm. Trey Simmons taking his gear off, and he'll come to the plate with 2 out and 1 on. He delivered a 3-run home run over the left field wall in the first to give the Rhythm a 4-0 lead. It's 2 home runs in the game. For full count, they now have 6 on the season. John Paul Head has half of them. Lou D'Alessio, Jackson Cothran, and Trace Cothran, the other 3 participants in the home run brigade. Fastball high and away as Kellums looked like he tried to step on one there. For LMU this past year, Danny Simmons, 38 games. He started 33, hit .346 on the season. There's a line drive. That's going to get up the middle. Simmons is 2 for 2. He did not hit a home run at LMU, but he has today.
Now batting number 11, Nolan Simmons.
5 hits in the inning. As we will get a visit, and Coach Brian Campbell is asking for the baseball, and that will end the evening for Travis Kellums. 14 batters in, and Kellums is going to leave after an inning and 2/3, giving up 8 hits and so far 7 runs, but the 2 runners on base are his responsibility. We'll take a break and tell you who the new pitcher is after we return right here on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here. We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
New pitcher on for Madisonville Miners, right-hander Casey Tomasic from Bridgeport, West Virginia. Attends Allegheny College of Maryland, or will attend it. I don't have any classifications on the roster that I pulled from the internet, so the information I have has not been verified. Going on what's on the internet, and you know you can trust everything that's on the internet. Tomasic will face Nolan Sargent with 2 outs and 2 on here in the top of the second inning. The Rhythm have brought their old Hickory steel-pressed hitting sticks tonight as they have pounded Travis Kellums so far for 7 runs and 8 hits. There's been 1 walk in the ball game, but full count started off strong. D'Alessio singled in the first. J. Paul Head with a double drove him in. Jake Merrick walked, and an out later, Trace Simmons gave the Rhythm a 4-0 lead in the first with a 3-run home run. Then after an out, Logan Kroc, Lou D'Alessio with back-to-back singles. John Paul Head drove everybody in, give the Rhythm a 7-0 lead. Now, after 2 are out, Blake Carter and Trace Simmons have back-to-back hits. And Nolan Sargent looks at a first pitch in there for a called strike. Sargent getting a slow start to the 2025 summer season. Fouls that one out of play. A AAA glass foul ball. They do business in Kentucky. Smoking zone must be around here somewhere. I am smelling it. 0-2 pitch coming to Nolan Sargent. Scored a couple of runs. Walked 3 times, been hit by a pitch on base 1 out of every 4 times that he comes to the plate. 0 for 1 grounded out his last time as Tomasic sails one high and outside. Tomasik in common spelling of Tomasic. Big right-hander. I'm going to guess 6'1", 215. Line drive out to center field. Ian Cartwright is suitably positioned, and Nolan Sargent put a sting on that one, but right at the center fielder. He lines out for out number 3. And Tomasic comes in and slams the door. 3 runs in the inning on 5 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. Close the book on Travis Kellums, 8 hits, 7 runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. And right now, the pitcher of record. Take a break and be back with the bottom of the second. See how Roman Petrika handles the touchdown lead. He sails one to the backstop.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
It's 7-0, the Rhythm lead. We'll get to it's not going to be an alumni spotlight tonight, but it's going to be a spotlight of a particular game in Rhythm history. We're going to go back to 2023 right here in Madisonville. So you want to stay tuned to hear about that particular game. Sean O'Brien, Logan Bailey, and Ian Cartwright to face Roman Petrika as he delivers off-speed pitch, swung on a missed. Decent crowd here for a Monday night in Madisonville, Kentucky, the home of Brian Brown, friend of mine. Amazing how you just run into somebody that you know from Nashville, Tennessee. Rhythm just happened to be up here playing a game one day. He was up visiting of the weekend his parents, and they decided to come by and see the stadium. He walks in. We're the only people in the stadium. There's a fastball on the inside corner. And he says, "What are you doing here?" I said, "I'm going to broadcast a baseball game. What are you doing here?" He said, "I live here." So we visited for a little bit. His son, Zane Brown, swing and a miss on a high fastball. Safe where strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts for Patrica. And now one out here in the second. He has two boys and a daughter. Zane Brown played for the Rhythm last year and then moved on and played his first year at Belmont University. Was the National Pitcher of the Year one week when he no-hit Valparaiso. Left-handed hitting Logan Bailey lifts one out to Nolan Sargent in left field. And that's a quick out. 2 down. Bailey with a couple of home runs for this squad, 5 RBIs in 4 games of play. As the center fielder, Ian Cartwright, stands in. Cartwright from the University of Montevallo, hometown Alexandria, Alabama, takes a called strike. Montevallo, where former Rhythm shortstop and second baseman Ethan Huddleston just finished his college baseball career. Fastball away. So Zane Brown has a younger brother, Barrett Brown, who was just named at White House High School as the Sumner County Player of the Year as a junior. Catcher, the two-way Player of the Year was Caden Powell at Beach High School. Barrett Brown plays on Team Reese in the Full Count Fall League. Sharp breaking curveball lands inside. For another ball, 3 balls and a strike. Patrica got the first 2 outs quickly. Sean O'Brien struck out. Logan Bailey flew out on his first pitch that he saw from Patrica. And a second walk. Patrica walked the leadoff man, Cliff Weisinger, and then pitched around that as Weisinger stole second. But early on, looks like Patrica battling the strike zone just a bit again in 4 innings against Hoptown. Did walk 4 and hit a batter. Trying to dial it in. That's a softly hit fly ball that's going to land in front of Lou D'Alessio. Is going to try to throw behind the runner. But Cartwright gets back. And there's the first hit of the ball game for the Miners. Didn't get a lot of barrel there, but hit them where they ain't. Puts runners at first and second, and the number 9 hole hitter, Dylan Toller, steps to the plate. Another left-handed batter. By my count, they have 4 in their lineup. Toller from Kentucky Wesleyan looks at ball 1. He's a Panther from Sellersburg, Indiana. Having a slow start to his 2025 season. He's hitting 167 in 6 games. Runner starts to go from second. Does not. And a pitch in there for a called strike. On deck, the leadoff batter, Cliff Weisinger. Trick in those 4 innings at Hoptown, only allowed 2 hits. Justin Early just picked up the first of this game. Count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kohler has 1 double. That's holy smokes. That pitch has been called a strike today. Not that time, though. And the count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kohler trying to get the Miners on the board here in the second. Trails 7-0. 2-2 pitch, fastball, and he's going to get that call this time. And a Safeware strikeout as Toller goes down looking. That one might have been a little bit farther out than the other one. I think that might have been a makeup. Third strikeout of the ball game by Patrica. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 2 runners left aboard for the Miners. We are headed to the top of the third. Thanks for joining me on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Go to the top of the third. Casey Tomasic back out on the mound for the Miners. See if we have some statistical accomplishments for Mr. Tomasic. We have a few. One game, he has given the Miners 2 innings of work. Given up 2 hits, 1 run. It was unearned. Walked 1, struck out 1. Kellums came in with a 0 ERA in his 1 outing. 5 innings, 3 hits, no runs today. 1 2/3 innings, 8 hits, 7 runs, all earned. Not the outing that he had hoped when he got to the ballpark. And Spencer Yu swings and drives one into right field. Lined out to the center fielder in his first plate appearance, but the hits keep on coming as Spencer Yu picks up his first knock of the ball game. Now Landon Ward gets his second opportunity. Yu 1 for 2. Tomasic delivers a strike to Ward. Landon Ward looking for his first hit as a rhythm player. That one spiked to the ground and down to second base on a wild pitch. Goes Yu, second wild pitch by a Miner pitcher today. Kellums had one in the first. Looked like Tomasic was trying to step on a fastball there, but spiked it in the dirt. Another one down in the dirt, backhanded and stopped by Logan Bailey. Ward does have 3 walks in his 2 previous games. One as a DH, one as the catcher. He's DHing today. Got tied up on the inside corner there with a called strike. And the count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. On deck, Logan Kroc. Number 9 hitter for Full Count. 9 hits already in the ball game in 2+ innings. Slider just missed down. I thought our umpire was backing up to ring up Landon Ward, but Instead, he wants to see a full count Ministries full count. Ball gets by the catcher, and Ward's going to draw the walk down to third base. Goes Yu on another wild pitch. First walk of the game by Tomasic, who's on in relief. Now it's Logan Croc switching back to left-handed hitting with the runners at the corners. Suzanne Hall there in Knoxville, Braylon Hall's mom. The letters are just above to Croc for ball one. I'm going to go off memory. Scott and Suzanne. Now I'm going to check. Suzanne's cheating or I'm cheating because Suzanne's name is up on the Facebook. So 1-0. Grounded to the right side. That's going to get on through. An RBI single for Logan Croc. And a Rhythm lead 8-0. Croc 2 for 2. Lou D'Alessio's 2 for 2 stands in. Spencer Yu, come on down. Score the 8th run of the ball game. D'Alessio facing Tomasic for the first time. He hits one high out to right field. Dylan Toller underneath, and he's going to make the catch. Tagging, and the throw is offline. Landon Ward moves up, so another productive out. There's the first out. Lou D'Alessio finally retired. John Paul Head, who's had a great game. They might think about walking him and walking the bases loaded, but catcher Logan Bailey comes out in front of the plate to call the first and third situation. Head doubled and drove in a run in the first and a 3-run homer in the second as a pitch come up. A little tight on his hands right there for ball one. John Paul came in 11 for 22. He's now 13 for 24. I'm not going to try to figure that one out. It's above 500, though. Runner from first goes. Tapper toward the right side. It's going to get a run in. John Paul Head's going to be tug out. Does a couple pirouettes in front of Jonas Smithson. And the RBI machine continues even in a ground out. And the Rhythm lead 9-0. Now 2 outs. His Head gets an RBI on his 3 unassisted. 5 RBIs in the game. That scores Landon Ward, and now Jake Merrick to the plate. Merrick walked and scored in the first, lined out to Justin Early at third in the second, batting for the third time here in the third inning. Tomasic delivers. That nearly hits Merrick, who is tied for the team lead in plunkings. The Rhythm have been hit by a pitch 15 times. The opposite side of that is their pitchers have hit the opponents 20 times. Fastball right down Broadway on the 2-0 pitch. Merrick, one of our 3 Farragut Admirals, along with Charlie Bozeman and Braylon Hall. Swing and a miss. I was right. Scott and Suzanne Hall there in Knoxville, Tennessee. Parents of Braylon Hall from Lee University. Got a couple from Lee University. Hayden Choate. Actually 3. Landon Ward, Hayden Choate, and Braylon Hall. Look at there, Full Count Ministries, full count. 2 outs, a runner at second. 2 runs in as a pattern is developing. 4 runs in the first, 3 in the second, 2 so far. As that is popped up, and it looks like 2 might be it. Back to the backstop comes the catcher, Logan Bailey. He got a late start, but he got there to make the catch for out number 3, and that pattern is 4-3-2. 2 hits in the inning, 2 runs, no errors, 1 runner left aboard. The Rhythm lead 9-0, 9 runs, 10 hits. Everything looking good here, but still a lot of time to go. Tanner Sandell says, "Vamos ritmo." Let's go Rhythm.
Hey, I've been thinking, bank fees can seem pretty cruel. Well, they did until I went to Volunteer State Bank. I found a bank with a local personalized service and free checking. Yeah, may I present to you Kasasa. Now, it's kind of like my checking account is paying me instead of the other way around. Visit one of our 11 locations or anywhere you have a phone. Real people, real solutions right here. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Madisonville Miners coming to the plate here in the bottom of the third. They'll send 1, 2, and 3 to face Roman Petricka, left-handed redshirt freshman of Vanderbilt. Cliff Weisinger swings at the first pitch, fouls it to the third base coach. Tried to make a play there. Could not get the hop. Hoptown is or was supposed to play at Paducah tonight. That game got postponed until tomorrow night. Henderson Flash are at Fulton. Is that right? I thought oh, that's right. Madisonville played at Fulton last night and lost in the bottom of the ninth. They were ahead 9-7. And the Railroaders scored 3. Fastball at the knees for a called strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. John Parker Ashley saying, "Let's go." I assume he's rooting for the Rhythm. Swing and a miss and a Safeware strikeout. Sits down Weisinger. 4th strikeout of the ball game for Roman Petricka. Now Cooper Wright stands in. He flew out to right field. His first at-bat. Sees a fastball on the outside corner for a called strike. One got tied up and maybe a little high. 2-1 is the count. Just joining us, a Rhythm with 4 in the first, 3 in the second, 2 in the third, lead 9-0. It's getting dangerously close to our Rhythm history spotlight that we'll have between the 5th inning. Ball 4. Pretty tough pitch to take right there, but Cooper Wright draws the walk. Patrica was pretty close with a couple of those offerings there. Might have got squeezed just a hair. Third walk of the game for Patrica. Coulter Hamilton stands in. One out, one on. Hamilton lined out to Spencer Yu at second base. Hitting .259, playing in his 8th game of the year. Patrica reached back for something there and he yanked it glove side for ball one. 5 RBIs on the year for Hamilton. He's got 7 hits. They're all singles. Rhythm looking for a ground ball to a middle infielder here to get out of the inning. Stay tuned after the game, or actually probably near the end of the game. We'll have the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game. Sails high and away. Trey Simmons has to Gumby arm that one. Down goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. We'll also have the Full Count Ministries verse of the game. We'll have to come up with one. Have not prepped for that yet. Fly ball foul toward the right field fence, and that will drop. That is on the other side of the Miners dugout and out of my view. It's definitely out of your view either there as well. Not sure if that's a sounder they're playing here at Elmer Kelly Field or that's actually a car alarm going off. Blake Carter went over to try to make that catch, but couldn't get it. Fly ball to right field. Should be handled by John Paul Head. He gets under it. Quick stab step to the right, and he makes the catch. Round number 2. Tell you, Coulter Hamilton looks like a good-looking player right there, and want to keep him off the bases. He's now 0 for 2. And a question, had Madisonville had any hits? The first hit of the ball game was in the 2nd inning. Justin Early delivered a single out to left field. So only 1 hit in the ball game for Madisonville as Noah Burning started to offer at the high fastball and holds up for ball 1. You out, and the breaking pitch is swung on and missed. Trickle with, I'm not sure if I think he's got a changeup too that I've seen. Seems like he's taking something off of something straight. That's not straight. That is a big bender right there and taken for strike 2. Tricker has 4 punch outs already. A chopper to the first baseman, Blake Carter. He's just going to make the tag to retire Burning, and the Rhythm get out of the 2-out or 1-out walk on a 3 unassisted themselves. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. After 3, full count, 9 runs, 10 hits. Madisonville, no runs, 1 hit. Be right back with the top of the 4th.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft-serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
Think about something for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood bakery to the biggest multinational corporation, is someone's dream come true. The byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property. It's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, that's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Elmer Kelly Stadium in Madisonville, Kentucky. Tonight's Ohio Valley League action between first place Full Count Rhythm and the second place Madisonville Miners. One NCAA Division I ball game being played tonight. That's at Duke University. Murray State taking on the Duke Blue Devils. Just now pulled that score up as first pitch delivered by Casey Tomasic to Blake Carter misses away. Also down as well, as it looks like Murray State in the bottom of the fifth is trailing by a run, 3-2. Murray State got on the board early. There's a line drive into center field, but Ian Cartwright nearly came in a little bit too quickly. He has to leap right at the end to make the grab. A line out by Carter. He's now 1 for 3. Out number 1, Trey Simmons, who's 2 for 2, stands in. He had a 3-run homer in the first and a single to center in the second. And has one come out of the hand of Tomasic that lands over the top of Simmons' head. Jay Myers, part-time research assistant for the Full Count Broadcast Network. He comes in strong with Murray being down. There's a called strike on a ball that comes out of the catcher's glove. Used to be an unwritten rule. If the catcher doesn't catch it, it can't be a strike. Simmons can't hold up on the sharp slider, and he's now down in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nolan Sargent due up next. Simmons came in the ball game with 2 hits. He's collected 2 in the game. Now 4 for 19. Make it 4 for 20. See, swings and misses. Strikeout victim here in the 4th. Second full inning of work for Casey Tomasic. That's his first strikeout of the ball game. First 2 retired. Nolan Sargent is going to be called upon to see if he can reach base, continue the pattern at least of the Rhythm having a base runner in every inning. We also have a pattern of scoring or having a hit in every inning and a run in every inning. So if the pattern continues, there would be 1 run for the Rhythm in this inning. Scored 4 in the first, 3 in the second, and that's right, 2 in the third. Thanks for playing along on today's Hatteran. Just joining me. That's what my young Wilson used to say. Couldn't say the word pattern. Got a 3-ball, no strike count here to Sargent, who's 0 for 2. He's 33 years old now. He can say pattern. Say a lot of other things. That ball's hit high and deep. If it's fair, it might be trouble. Over is Toller, and it will hit off the base of the wall. Does not go out. Rounding second is Sargent, and he is going to cruise into third base. Carson Howard, the third base coach, holds him up. Sargent just got underneath that one a little too much. I thought it was going to be out of here. If it was to center field, it would have been gone. But a 2-out triple. That's the first triple of the year for the Rhythm. It's picked up by Nolan Sargent, hustling out of the box. Hunting that extra base hit. Now it's going to be up to Spencer Yu or the pitcher to see if Nolan Sargent scores. Yu fouls that one into the parking lot. A AAA autoglass foul ball. Now 11 hits in the ball game for full count. The fourth extra base hit. Use 1 for 2. Get the ball and the strike up there. Just so that we are accurate. They did not put it on the scoreboard. There it is. If you happen to be here at the park. 1-1 pitch. This is outside. Spencer started the third inning with a single to right field. Wild pitch to second. Wild pitch to third. And he was driven in by Logan Kroc. Off the end of the bat. Yu fouls that one over to the dugout. Looks like since the last time we've been here, they've put up a pretty tall fence in front of both dugouts. Nice safety feature added here at Elmer Kelly Stadium. Keep on wanting to call it Elmer Fudd Stadium. 2-2 slider. That's ball 3. I have no idea where that ball missed, but Spencer Yu's pretty happy. The home plate umpire did not see it my way. A full count Ministries, full count, 2 outs. Nolan Sargent leads off a third. A breaking pitch stays inside, and Yu reaches for the second time. A full count breaking pitch. Second walk by Tomasic. And now Landon Ward's got a chance to drive in a run. He's 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Instead, he's going to be hit by a breaking pitch. And now the bases are loaded for Logan Kroc, who's hot, 2 for 2 in this ball game. Said 0 for 3 in yesterday's game. Was 1 for 4 at Henderson. But was 2 for 4 at home against Fulton. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Kroc sees a fastball sail high and away. On deck, Lou D'Alessio. A line drive, but right at Ian Cartwright. He's going to make the catch to strand 3 runners. Kroc hit that one hard. But no runs. The pattern is ended. 1 hit, no errors. 3 runners left aboard the bags. Tomasic wiggles off the hook. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. The Rhythm lead 9-0. 3 field goals or a touchdown and a safety. We'll be right back.
United Machine & Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine & Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine & Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Hey, I've been thinking, bank fees can seem pretty cruel. Well, they did until I went to Volunteer State Bank. I found a bank with a local personalized service and free checking. Yeah, may I present to you Kasasa. Now, it's kind of like my checking account is paying me instead of the other way around. Visit one of our 11 locations or anywhere you have a phone. Real people, real solutions right here. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Full Count Rhythm with an offensive explosion tonight. 9 runs, the most runs they've scored in a game. They've done it in the first 3 innings here at Madisonville. See, the fans have stopped. I'm not sure if that's on purpose or somebody happened to walk by and unplug them as Roman Petricka sails a fastball high to Sean O'Brien, the 5-hole hitter for the Miners, wearing their yellow tops, white pants, Full Count in their road grays tops and bottom. Two-0 pitch on the inside corner called strike. Trico trying to get his second straight solid start for the Full Count Rhythm. The ball's hit well out to left center field, but Lou D'Alessio over in the gap makes the catch for out number 1. Sean O'Brien now 0 for 2. Brings up Logan Bailey, the catcher. Bailey from Ball Ground, Georgia is what the roster says. Never heard of Ball Ground, Georgia. Left-handed hitter, looks at a breaking pitch about chin high. Does not indicate where he goes or will go to college on the roster, though. Swing and a miss. If only there was a way to find out. Who's going to get there first? Lined out to right field. That will fall in front of John Paul Head for the second hit of the ball game for Madisonville. Now Ian Cartwright, the center fielder, stands in. He walked the first time he stepped in the batter's box. Right-handed hitting catcher playing his, center fielder. Logan Bailey's the catcher. Nearly plunked there. Right down Broadway for a called strike. Two-one pitch, 1 out, 1 on. Half swing. Cartwright started to go and wanted to hold up, but could not stop the motion. Does not offer at that high fastball. And a Full Count Ministries full count. Logan Bailey might be on the roster at Southeastern Illinois, but for some reason, my internet does not want to go to that site inside, and he walks for the second time. The 4th walk of the ball game by Petricka, and that brings up Justin Early, who singled. But first, we're going to have a visit by Jimmy Gamboa, the pitching coach, in his second year with the Rhythm. Got his first pitching coach job last year at Emory and Henry in Abingdon, Virginia, and come back to the Rhythm. Other assistant coaches, Carson Howard, who's been a player for the last 4 years for Full Count, just finished at University of North Alabama, and current right-handed pitcher for the Trevecca Trojans in Nashville, Jonas Smithson. So 3 pitchers or former pitchers assisting Josh Carman in his 4th year as the head man. He's been the general manager all 4 years. Mound meeting is over. Wonder what they talked about. Not successful, Zach Williams. Ball 1. Called strike. The scoreboard did not see the late call, as now our home plate umpire puts the 1 ball, 1 strike count up on his right and left hand. Petricka looks back at second, delivers. That pitch is fouled off to the right side. Will stay inside the fenced area, but count now goes to the ball and 2 strikes. Early dropped a single into left field. That put 2 runners on in the 2nd inning, but after that, Dylan Toller struck out looking. That might have got his shirt. Early backs away from that one. Looked like a shirt move, but no call. Full Count Ministries, full count. Petricka in a little bit of hot water here. A single and a walk in the 4th. Trying to get a ground ball, and he's going to get it. He's going to get a line drive to Spencer Yu. He steps on the bag for a dudette double play to end the 4th. Another line out to the shortstop, or to the second baseman. And Logan Bailey caught heading to third base is Spencer Yu, the unassisted double play. Just what the doctor ordered for Roman Petricka. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner was left aboard. We're through 4, scheduled for 9. There is a run rule. See if the Rhythm can end this one early. Take a break. Be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
You might get to nap, but your money doesn't. Like right now. At Volunteer State Bank, it's working hard day and night, earning 4.5% APY. Playtime, drive time, anytime. You could be out with friends or on vacation, but your money, it doesn't take a break. You've worked hard for it. Now let it work hard for you. Open a free Kasasa Cash checking account today and earn 4.5 annual percentage yield if qualifications are met on balances up to $15,000.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
Third pitcher on for the Madisonville Miners, Wyatt Burris, a left-hander out of Vincennes University, hometown Farmland, Indiana. He comes on in relief of Casey Tomasic, who goes 2 1/3 innings. Gives up 3 hits, 2 runs. They were earned, walked 2, struck out 1. And also plunked a batter. Faced 13. Now Wyatt Burris, second left-hander in the game. He was getting his first appearance of the year, according to Game Changer. He's going to face the top of the Rhythm order, Lou D'Alessio, John Paul Head, and Jake Merrick. That's what you like to see. Lou D'Alessio's 2 for 3. He's got a couple of singles and scored twice. Right-handed hitter from Red Bank, New Jersey. Backs away from that first pitch. Posed the question, I think, last night, which is farther away, Red Bank, New Jersey, or Vermillion, South Dakota? Popped up. That'll get out of play. AAA autoglass foul ball. Ken Stegall, who he loves those kinds of questions, our official scorekeeper, now in his 5th year with the Rhythm, said that Red Bank, New Jersey was 2 miles farther away. That's a foul ball straight back into your living room. 2 miles away from farther than Vermillion, South Dakota. Now, that doesn't mean that Lou D'Alessio lives farther away than Tim Dixon. He reaches out on that 1-2 pitch, pops this one up in the infield. He's retired here to start the 5th. Pop out to the second baseman, Sean O'Brien. John Paul had 2 for 3. He's had production all 3 times he's come to the plate. Double drove in a run in the first, 3-run home run in the second, and a RBI ground out. He has 5 RBIs. I should have called ball. I was ready for him to raise that right hand, but plate umpire and the 3-man crew did not. He hits one high out to left field. This will stay in the park. Weisinger coming on hard. He makes a running catch for out number 2. John Paul got underneath that pitch by a long shot. Flies out to left, and 2 are out here quickly in the 5th. Jake Merrick steps to the plate. Merrick smokes one to right field. Actually, not smoked. Kind of got fisted on that one a little bit. Smoke just happened to be the first word that came out. A little soft liner in right field, but it's a screaming Mimi in the book. He's now 1 for 3. And a even dozen hits for the game for full count. And without looking, I'm pretty confident that's the highest hit total for the season already. Rhythm came in hitting .218. And another one fisted down a right field line, but it will curl foul. Blake Carter knew that early. Murray State tied it up, they said here. Adam Townsend, the public address announcer for the Miners, giving updates as you might expect here in Madisonville. On the western side, everybody rooting for Murray State. Line drive right at Coulter Hamilton for out number 3. Carter did not hit that one as hard as he did the last line out to center field. But Hamilton able to handle that sinking line drive. And we'll keep it right here as it is full count Rhythm history spotlight time as they do not score. Do pick up another hit. Strand the runner. So we're going to go to the way back. It's really not that way back. Full count Rhythm history right here at Elmer Kelly Stadium back on June 21st, 2023. Rhythm took them a little while to get started, scored 4 runs in the top of the 4th, 1 in the 5th, and then did that same pattern, 4 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th, to take a 10-0 lead, and ended up ending the game early, won 10-0 over the Madisonville Miners, 10 runs, 16 hits, to the Madisonville Miners, no runs, 4 hits. So a shutout for Spencer Wilkins and Jordan Walden. Wilkins went 7 innings, gave up those 4 hits. No runs, walked 1, struck out 7. Walden came in, pitched 1 inning of relief, a walk and a strikeout. And the big hitters in that ball game, Henry the Eagle Jackson, Jackson Cawthorn, Josh Seiler, Brett Waringer. Waringer had a couple doubles. Seiler, Cawthorn, and Jackson had a double. And Walker Strange with a big fly home run. He had 3 RBIs, as did Henry the Eagle Jackson, and did Brett Waringer. At the time, he was an incoming freshman to Georgetown University. Have not looked to see where Brett Waringer is now. Henry the Eagle Jackson, I know where he is. He's getting ready for a wedding. He and Rebecca Payton are getting hitched early July. So that is your look back to Rhythm History Spotlight tonight. Sometimes we'll talk about a player. Sometimes we'll talk about a particular game or a moment or some kind of statistical accomplishments. Roman Petricka. Let me make sure. Nope, we got a new pitcher on the mound. And he has just delivered his first strike of the ball game. Another left-hander grounded down to the first base line, and a nice play down there by Blake Carter to glove that one and step on the base for out number 1 against Dylan Toller, the 9th hitter in the lineup. Well struck. Cliff Weisinger stands in, the leadoff batter. Eli Potter, the left-hander, rising sophomore Christian Brothers from Burns, Tennessee, 6 foot, 170-pound left-hander. Gets the wave and a miss on an off-speed pitch. Another wave and a miss. Swing and a miss. That's a good morning, good afternoon, and a good night for a Safeway strikeout by Eli Potter.
Now, first baseman number 2, Keeper Roberts.
First 2 retired by Potter. Son of Todd and Ginger Potter, brother to Alex, grandson of Gran, and granddad and Nana. They're all in Burns, Tennessee. Down there in West Tennessee near Jackson. Cooper Wright, left-handed batter. There's a nice little wrinkle in there on the inside corner for a called strike. 1-1. Cooper Wright 0 for 1 with a walk. Popped up in the infield. Eli Potter with a 1-2-3 inning. Setting down 9-1-2. And the minors lineup who come in with very good hitting team. I think they're around 270, 275 for the season. And we are through 5, and the Rhythm lead 9-0. Eli Potter making his 3rd appearance of the year. 3 2/3 innings prior to this, giving up 1 hit, 1 run. It was unearned. 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. Did hit a batter as a 0 ERA. As Roman Petricka finishes 4 innings, gives up 2 hits again, no runs, no earned runs, obviously, again for the 2nd straight start. Does walk 4, struck out 4, did not plunk a batter, and he faced 17, as I assume he is out either due to innings or pitch count. So as they're doing YMCA here at the ballpark. Move to the top of the sixth. Again, kids camp will be at Drakes Creek Park tomorrow, 9 a.m. to noon. Had a good time with the 5 and 6 year olds today. Big shout out to Lily, the only girl that was at the 5 and 6 year old group. And we'll tell you what, she's got a hose on her. She can throw it. Somebody has been working with Lily, as a matter of fact. She was helping me with instruction on how to throw the baseball. We also had some running drills. We had some races between two different players at a time. A lot of fun. They'll be back for day number 2 of 4 tomorrow. The Rhythm will be off tomorrow. Trace Simmons, Nolan Sargent, Spencer Yu. Ground ball up the middle as Trace Simmons stays hot. He's 3 for 4. Ground ball base hit right up the middle off of Wyatt Burris out for his second inning of work. He gave up a single to Jake Merrick, but pitched around the 2-out single. Simmons now 3 for 4. 3-run homer and a couple singles. Sargent had a fly ball triple down the right field line in his last plate appearance. He's 1 for 3. Still grilling hamburgers here. Had one before the game. Tied me over until I get probably a hamburger and a hot dog that they give the team for our bus ride at home. Long pause, and the delivery is a slow breaking pitch for a called strike. One. No outs, one runner at first. Ground ball to the right side. A high hop that goes over the glove of Sean O'Brien into right field. Nolan Sargent living right. He gets the bad hop single. Runners at first and second. He's 2 for 4. How do you draw that in your scorebook? I have my ways. Simmons down to second. Spencer Yu reached base 2 out of the 3 times he's been in the batter's box. 1 for 2 is a single and a run scored, and also reached on a walk. Takes a pitch on the inside corner for a called strike. Murray State and Duke locked up in the bottom of the 7th. Duke is the home team. Slider misses down at Yu's feet. YU. Spencer from Innsworth. Ground ball to short. Could be 2. Hamilton's going to go to third base, and the throw gets in and out of the glove of Justin Early. The throw a little bit high and away. We'll have to see how that one is scored. It'll be an error. Oh, wait a minute. No, they got a hit. That can't be right. That's got to be for the previous play, I would assume. It has got to be an error. And the base is loaded for Landon Ward. Takes a called strike. Got 14 hits on the board, but for some reason, it looks to me like there's 8s up there for errors. Going to check down at first base. Doesn't even look like the umpire's looking at home plate right now. Ball and a strike. See, a fielder's choice. Fielder's choice, but there's got to be an error. There's got to be an error on Simmons reaching third base. Swing and a miss. That pitch died as it got to the plate. Well, apparently it was 2 strikes. Landon Ward going to sit down, so a swinging strikeout. I thought he only had 1 strike on him. First strikeout by Wyatt Burris. Brings Logan Kroc to the plate. He's been back and forth, right-handed, left-handed, right-handed again. Switch hitter. He's got a hit both ways already tonight. Errors are not showing up on that board, but on the scoreboard. But you look at game changer, and it does not indicate that an error was charged, but which I can't supervise and audit everybody. So on mine, I'm going to say it's an error on the third baseman. The throw was a little off, but looked to me like he should have made the play and made the catch. I think he might have been a little too concerned trying to keep his whole foot on the base. So, but the base is still loaded, 1 out, and a swing and a miss by Kroc. He's got 2 strikes on him now, 2-2. Singled his first 2 times at the plate. And then with the bases loaded in the 4th, lined out to the center fielder for the final out. Here he's got 1 out, trying to get it into the outfield. But instead it's going to go into the dirt, but not far enough for Simmons to try to score. And a full count Ministries, full count. Lou D'Alessio with the pink topped bat is in the on deck circle. Rhythm trying to get that 10th run in and then see if they can make it stick. I think it's 10-run rule after 7. Full count pitch. Grounded foul. See if Carson Howard makes a play. He does. Oh, he looked like a shortstop there. Former two-way player for about 1.5 minutes for the full count Rhythm back in 2022, I believe. I think his very first game as a Rhythm player was in the field. We didn't have enough infielders. Full count pitch. Swing and a miss. Kroc down on strikes. Pitched right at the letters. Couldn't let it go by. And back-to-back strikeouts for Burris. That'll be up to Lou D'Alessio to see if he can push a run across. Rhythm 4 in the first, 3 in the second, 2 in the third, and have not scored since. Slow roller to third. It's going to be a tough play by Justin Early. He throws on the run, and he gets him. Nice stretch by Cooper Wright at first base on the throw that was up the line toward home plate, and put a star by both sides there. The throw on the run by Early and the stretch by Wright to nab Lou D'Alessio at first to retire the Rhythm here in the 6th inning. No runs, 2 hits. There was 1 error and 3 runners left on base. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th. Rhythm lead 9-0. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
State has now taken the lead.
Bottom of the sixth we go as Murray State has taken the lead. As a public address announcer. Could they make it? I don't think they've ever been there, but I don't know for sure. They are the conference tournament champion in the Missouri Valley Conference. Same conference that Belmont, my alma mater, is in. Belmont took Murray State to the brink in that tournament. Went to extra innings and lost, I think it was 15-14 in that ball game. It's Coulter Hamilton facing Eli Potter, looks at ball one. On the outside corner for ball two. 4-3 in the top of the eighth. Game being played on ESPN. Our broadcast, just like ESPN, only totally different. 2-0 pitch, that catches the inside corner. One-man band here, because see, look at that. Caught the corner for a strike, and I put B for ball. 2-1. Swinging a ground ball to short. It's going to be a tough play. That's going to get off of the glove of Logan Kroc. That ball's hit pretty hard. I would assume they're going to give him a single on that. If that's at Drakes Creek Park, I think Kroc's going to have that, but that was one of those hops right there. You could kind of see it coming. And a tough play there allows Hamilton to reach. Swinging a drive down the right field line. Nolan Sargent's over. And apparently it hits at the base of the fence. Coulter Hamilton held up. Throw's going to come to the plate. It's going to be a double for Noah Burning. And the first two have reached here in the sixth. I was kind of surprised that Hamilton was not running on that fly ball down there. There looked as though no chance that Sargent was going to get to it. They did credit Hamilton with a single, so that's now back-to-back hits for the Miners here in the sixth inning off of Eli Potter, who's out for his second inning. Lou DeLessio Sr. asking for the call. You know, I thought it was close, but I thought it was the right call. At first base. We are up 9-0, though, Lou. As Trace Simmons having a long conversation with Potter. Eli played at Dixon County High School as a Dixon County Cougar. Now, runners at second and third, delivers something off speed to Sean O'Brien, who swings a little out in front of that one. Either my eyes are going, or my camera's getting fuzzy on me. I don't know why that would do that. Potter's up. Is the other one doing that? Is that just me? Or has it been doing that the whole night? Yeah, Pizza Ranch sign up there. It reminds me that tomorrow the Pizza Ranch will feed the players after kids camp tomorrow. 0-2. That's cracked out the center field. That should score a run. DeLessio is coming on, makes the catch, and the throw all the way to the plate. It's going to be too high, and Eli Potter has to back that up, make the catch. DeLessio sailed one in, and the shutout is no longer. Oops.
Now batting the catcher, number 5, Logan.
Sacrifice fly by Sean O'Brien. Out number 1 as Hamilton comes in to score. Burning stays at second base for some unknown reason. Check swing cannot hold up. Bailey 1 for 2 in the ball game. One out, runner at second. Nice stop by Simmons. The ball in the dirt. Coulter Hamilton started the inning with a hard shot ground ball that basically ate up Logan Crock on his left-hand side. It was really a hard hit ball and a very, very tough play. Hamilton awarded a single. I don't disagree. There's a ground ball that's going to get into right field. John Paul Head charges gloves, and there's a play at the plate, but that's cut off. The throw to the plate is not in time as Noah Burning has injured himself. I'm not sure what happened, but he is on his back. Trace Simmons was standing at home plate as Burning came across. See if we can see that on replay. He came in standing. The trainer is out checking on him. Logan Bailey picks up an RBI single. And it's now 9-2. Hope he's okay. Looks like he's up. He's the DH, so there's a chance they bring in another DH. 3 hits in the inning to score 2 runs. Now Ian Cartwright has walked twice. I think he tripped on the lip. That's between right past the plate there, between the grass and the dirt. Cartwright looks at ball 1. Potter trying to get out of further damage, gets called strike. That's ball away. You are very welcome, Mr. D'Alessio. Happy to be able to provide a service for those of you that can't make the ball game. Slider misses down to Cartwright. 3 balls and a strike. Unable to pitch to Ian Cartwright tonight. And he draws ball 4. He didn't think he did, but that's the first walk of the game by Potter. That's going to be the last batter that he faces as Josh Carman is out of the Rhythm dugout. We're going to have a Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen here in the middle of the 6th inning. We'll take a quick break, tell you about the new pitcher when we return on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to Absolute Wellness starts here.
Compliant with code. If you're a facility manager or building owner, you've heard the term plenty of times. At Corson Fire and Security, we work to keep buildings compliant with the most demanding code of all, our own. We've been protecting people and property since before most of today's codes were even written. And what we've learned along the way makes us the best choice to partner with for the future. Corson Fire and Security, celebrating 70 years. Learn more at corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Madisonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen for the Rhythm. Another left-hander comes out, number 32, Hayden Choate from Lee University. He's a redshirt freshman from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Another McCallie High School grad. Son of Aaron and Beth Choate, brother to Bailey. Grandson of Gigi and Mia. They're both in Chattanooga, staying at the host home of my grandson Eli and my granddaughter Lucy and their mom and dad, Anna and Wilson. Hayden Choate is on for his second appearance. First was a start. He went 3 innings in that outing, gave up 4 hits, 4 runs. They were earned, walked 3, and plunked a batter looking to right the ship here with 2 on and 1 out, 2 runs already in. He'll face the third baseman, Justin Early, 8-hole hitter for the Miners, as looks like Murray State is blowing it open. 9. Is that right? 9-2? I thought it was 3-3 at one point in time. Let's see what that score is. Runners go. Throw down to third, and they're going to get him. He is out at third base. That is the first base runner caught stealing by Full Count this year. So no stolen base for Cartwright at second, as Bailey is caught 2-5 for out number 2. And the pitch called a ball. For some reason, computer not working. What in the world is happening? There we go. I went to the end of the 6th. Line drive into right field. That's going to get it out for a base hit. 1 hop to JP Head, and he throws it all the way to the plate. Runners now at first and third. Let me get this back. You got 2 outs. Runners at first and third, 9-2. Dylan Kohler at the plate. Hit a sharp ground ball to first base, handled by Blake Carter. He's 0 for 2. 4 hits in the inning for the Miners. Down 9-0, scored 2 here in the bottom of the 6th. Jay Myers watching 2 different games, 5-3. There you go. Breaking pitch, called strike. On deck, leadoff batter. Not the leadoff batter. Got a pinch hitter on deck. Not going to get the bat here in this inning, as a swing and a miss on a breaking pitch by Hayden Choate as he gets a Safeway strikeout. Good job, as he did give up the single, but then retired Toller on 3 pitches. The Miners scored 2 runs on 4 hits in the inning. No errors. 2 runners left on base. We are 2/3 of the way through this ball game. The Rhythm lead 9-2. Murray State, they're still up 5-3 according to the internet that I'm looking at. If you're rooting for the Racers, if you're rooting for the Duke Blue Devils, sorry. The last possible entrance into the 8-team College World Series. We'll be right back after this short break.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
John Paul had to lead off the top of the 7th for Full Count. He's going to face a new pitcher, Sander Lucas, right-hander, on for Wyatt Burris. Burris goes 2 innings, gives up 3 hits, no runs, struck out 2, faced 10. John Paul Head looks at a fastball that winks at the outside corner for a called strike. John Paul 2 for 4, got started hot out the gate. Slider misses away. Double in the first, drove in a run, 3-run home run, his 3rd of the year in the second. Also drove in a run on a ground out. That's hit well out the right field. Back goes Dylan Toller. He's still going back and can't make the catch. JP is going to drop the anchor at second base with another dude at double. 3 extra base hits here in the ball game for John Paul. Now a 3 for 5 outing. Puts the 10th run in scoring position. For Jake Merrick, he's 1 for 3. What in the world is wrong with me and my computer tonight? Merrick takes ball 1. Singled his last time up, but was stranded at first. That's going to be in there for a called strike. I would assume if the score remains, or at least the Rhythm do not lose the lead, that Roman Petricka would pick up the win. Not sure if the Miners official scorekeeper realizes that early in a season like this, you don't have to go the full 5 innings if you're on a pitch count or an innings count like Petricka is. So see if I can make sure that happens. I did text their radio announcer on a question, on that question about the fielder's choice and the error, and he has not responded. So he might have his phone on do not disturb 2-2 pitches high and inside, and we'll have a full count Ministries full count to Jake Merrick with Blake Carter waiting his turn patiently near the on-deck circle. Merrick wants to pick up an RBI, but instead he's going to draw the walk. Dark up here in the upper deck, the 8th row. Thing I have my little handy light for my score sheet. First two have reached here in the 7th inning, and Blake Carter stands in. Taps one foul. Let's see if Carson Howard, he does make another play. I mean, he looks good down there. Looks like he's going to make a throw. Blake Carter is 1 for 4. Singled in the 2nd. He's hit the ball a couple times well here as a line out to the center fielder and a line out to the shortstop. See if he can get one into a gap or get one out of here. Slider misses away. Carter, a big boy, has not left the building yet. All 6 of his hits have been singles. That's fisted and popped up in the shallow right field. And on comes Dylan Toller to make a sliding catch for out number 1. That was going to be an out probably one way or the other, as both runners had to stay pretty close to their bags. Dylan Toller, just on the other side of the second baseman, comes in and makes that catch. Now Trey Simmons, hotter than a firecracker, stands in. 3 for 4. He's got his first home run of the year in the first. 3-run shot. Singled in the 2nd. Singled in the 6th. Was stranded as a lead runner with the bases loaded in the 6th inning. He ground ball to 2nd. It could be 2. O'Brien over to Hamilton for 1. On to Simmons. No, he did not get him. Simmons hustling out of the box, beats the throw. Now runners at the corners with 2 outs. Simmons grounds into a fielder's choice. John Paul Head now at third base. Simmons has replaced Merrick at first. Nolan Sargent at the plate. He's 2 for 4. Hits in his last 2 plate appearances. See if Nolan can stay hot, drive in a run. Get full count back in the run column here. Fastball misses just down from the hard-throwing right-hander, Sander Lucas. Lucas from Cecilia, Kentucky, attends Indiana State. They're in the Missouri Valley Conference. The train is here. Line drive, that's going to get down in left center field. Ian Cartwright can't come in to make the catch, and an RBI single for Nolan Sargent. A 2-out knock gets it done. Picks up the RBI. His first RBI in a full count rhythm uniform. He is 3 for 5. John Paul Head comes in to score his 3rd run. Let's get that run up there on the board. It's not working. Why is... all of this showing in for some reason. Not sure why that's happening. The computer not operating the way it normally does for me. I think we got it right now. Broken bat, chopper to third. Off the bat of Spencer Yu. He's going to reach on the single. Off the base a little too far was Trey Simmons at third, but he scampers back. Broken bat single. That old Hickory steel press bat died a hero for Spencer Yu. His second hit of the game is an infield single. Now the base is loaded again. We're going to get that score up there correctly. There we go. 10-2 is the correct score. And Landon Ward gets another opportunity with the bases loaded. Lucas spikes one in the dirt. Nice backhand there by the catcher, Logan Bailey. Ball 2. Three more hits for the Rhythm. Chopper 2 short. Hamilton gloves his throw over to first. There is in time to get Ward. That will end the 7th, but the Rhythm finally get back on the board with an RBI single by Nolan Sargent. 1 run on 3 hits. 17 hits now on my score sheet. Am I missing one? They've got 18 up on the scoreboard. All right, we're going to go to the bottom of the 8th. Hopefully on the scoreboard we'll get there as well. Be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Hey, I've been thinking, bank fees can seem pretty cruel. Well, they did until I went to Volunteer State Bank. I found a bank with a local personalized service and free checking. Yeah, may I present to you Kasasa. Now, it's kind of like my checking account is paying me instead of the other way around. Visit one of our 11 locations or anywhere you have a phone. Real people, real solutions right here. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Welcome back to Madisonville, Kentucky. Going to have to concentrate a little more on my scoreboard here. I apologize for my lack of production on that part of the broadcast. These show that it is the bottom of the 8th inning. That's when Madisonville bats. They bat in the bottom half of innings. Hayden Choate back out for the Rhythm. Delivers the first pitch to the pinch hitter. Didn't get who the pinch hitter was. That is a number 18. It's our pinch hitter for Cliff Weisinger. Ground ball to the right side. Spencer Yu gloves, and he doesn't get rid of it quick enough. Took way too long right there to let go of that. And number 18, Jackson Grissom, beat out an infield single.
Number 2, keeper right.
So a pinch hit single. Now maybe Jackson Grissom went into the game for Cliff Weisinger. Prior to that, I don't know if he went into left field or left field. Cooper Wright, another left-handed hitter, took Weisinger out and put in another left-handed hitter, which you don't normally see. Long pause by Choate. Gets the slider that apparently curves around the plate. Ball one. Laced foul. See the official score if they put him in. In the left field in the top of the seventh. Runner goes, pitch is low and away, and Simmons can't get a handle on it. The speedy Jackson Grissom swipes a bag. Two balls, two strikes. On the outside corner for a Safeware strikeout.
Now batting.
Second strikeout of the ball game for Choate. He's given up 2 hits, 2 strikeouts. Now 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Coulter Hamilton singled and scored in the 6th. Got a throw. They're going to throw to second base. He assumed they're going to count that as an actual attempt to throw out the runner, but sometimes they'll say, no, that's a disengagement, and you're only allowed 1 of those per batter. Hamilton 1 for 3, takes a ball outside. Choate delivers, popped up and out of play, a AAA autoglass foul ball. Young guys leaving the stadium, they're going to head over to the putt-putt golf area. It's right behind the stadium. There's also at least a 9-hole golf course here inside the park. Murray State 5-4 in the top of the 9th. Still have the lead. 1-1 pitch coming from Choate. 3 looks back at second and now delivers. Line drive, that's going to get by you into center field. D'Alessio has it. The throw to the plate is knocked down by Blake Carter, the first baseman. Trace Simmons looking out at the cutoff man like, hey, I didn't tell you to cut it. Down to second base goes Hamilton on what should be an error. I would assume on Blake Carter, who missed the catch on the cutoff. So Hamilton gets an RBI single to drive in Grissom. And we'll see who, if anybody, they give an error to. Timeout called. Now we got a pinch hitter. They're pinch hitting left-handed batters to face a left-handed pitcher. Now they just said, now he's wearing a number Caden Wooldridge wears, number 10, and that's who they're saying is at bat. On my roster, it says that Caden Wooldridge is a pitcher only. He pitched against the Rhythm in Hendersonville. Squares around the bunt, takes a strike. See who they gave an error to allow Hamilton to get to second base. Swing and a miss by Wooldridge. So he's down in the count 1-2. 1 out in the inning. Says he advances the second on the throw. Actually would not have advanced on that throw had Carter been able to catch it. Swing and a miss and a safe wear strikeout. Sets down Wooldridge. A pattern. Single, a strikeout, single, strikeout, single, strikeout for Hayden Choate. Rhythm hoping that pattern changes right now as Sean O'Brien steps to the plate with 2 out and 1 on and 1 in for Madisonville. Choate pours in a strike. Infield single by Grissom. He stole second. Scored on the single by Coulter Hamilton to center field. Ground ball to slowly hit the short. Croc gloves and throws on the run, and that breaks the pattern as he throws on to Carter for out number 3. So only 1 run in the inning on 2 hits. Apparently no errors. I'm not going to give one of our guys an error. If they're not going to, I'm not. 1 runner left on base. We are through 7. I believe my scoreboard says 10-3. It does. Rhythm. The good guys are on top. We'll take a quick break and be right back on the Full Count Rhythm Broadcast Network.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. We're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese back on the Full Count Broadcast Network. If I totally mess this game up, we are not at the end of the 8th. We're in the top of the 8th. My fat finger in this thing. I'm going to see how that scoreboard comes out. I don't think I've ever messed a scoreboard up this bad. New pitcher on for the Miners. Toby Anker is squaring around to bunt is Logan Kroc, and he misses for strike 1. I don't know where I failed tonight. Kroc 2 for 4. Looks at a pitch right down central. Couple of singles in his first 2 at-bats, a line out to center, and then a strikeout. Looking to get on base here in the top of the 8th. Lifts a little lazy fly ball out to right center field. Assume that's still Ian Cartwright out there. It looks like the way he runs. He makes the catch for out number 1. See if I can figure out who's out there in left field. Should be Jackson Grissom. is coming out to check on our pitcher already. Brian Campbell, the head coach, after one batter. It's got to be a wellness visit. Apparently he's okay. Parker Staborski's going to get an at-bat here as Lou D'Alessio has been lifted. Parker from Catawba University. Is it university or is it college? Acquiring Minds. Lou D'Alessio finishes the game 2 for 5, scored 2 runs. Staborski looks at the first pitch low and away. Parker hitting .273, playing in his 7th game of the year. 3 for 11 on the season. Couple of singles and a double. Grounds one foul. Carson Howard trying to make another play. Out of my viewing area. Staborski with 4 RBIs, a couple of walks. He's been flunked 4 times. He and Jake Merrick with the team lead. 4 apiece. Staborski gets on at a .529 average. 1-1 pitch. Fouled at the plate. On the deck batter, John Paul Head picks that one up. John Paul is headed for his 4th Chick-fil-A Rivergate Player of the Game honor. He has been outstanding this year for Full Count. Scoreboard has been corrected in terms of the number of hits. 17 on the board for the Rhythm. 10 runs, 17 hits. The error column on that scoreboard shows 0 for Full Count and 8 for the Miners as Staborski gets a 1-out base hit in the left field. And he's aboard. Murray State, let's say, wins and defeats the Duke Blue Devils. So mid-major Murray State from the Missouri Valley Conference defeats a Power 4 school. Jay Myers was all over it. Are they the Oma Racers? The Oma Breds? Formerly known as the Thoroughbreds. John Paul Head takes ball 1 as Kobe Anchor wants a new baseball. Who was it we were playing the other night that every time the ball hit the dirt, the catcher wanted a new baseball? Is that Hoptown? Yep. Our home plate umpire saying, I am out of baseballs. It's the international sign he's going. He's picking up his bag that he stores his baseballs on the right hip and waving it and says, look, there's no balls under here. A play is under review, Jay Myers says. John Paul Head, 3 for 5. Could he get his 4th hit of the game? It's a ground ball. That's going to eat up Justin Early. That's surely it's going to be a hit. Down that third base line, Early had no chance on that one. That's got to be the 4th hit of the ball game for John Paul Head. And 2 singles after 1 are out. Now Jake Merrick with another RBI opportunity. 1 hit, he's walked twice, lined out to third, and popped out to the catcher in foul territory. Merrick, the 3rd hitter in the Rhythm lineup. He is 2nd on the club in RBIs to John Paul Head. John Paul's got 21 now. See, Merrick swings and misses. Came in with 16. He's got 5 in this game. 21 RBIs. Jake Merrick 2nd with 6. 2 on, 1 out. Top of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss. Blake Carter on deck. Rhythm have had a hit, at least one hit in every inning. See if Mary can get him a big one right here. Runner from second takes off. Pitch is just outside, down to third without a throw. Goes Staborski. Runners at first and third. 1-2 pitch coming from Kobe Anchor. Popped up and out of play. AAA Autoglass foul ball. Thanks to Dylan Doris and the Doris family for their support of Full Count Rhythm Baseball and the Full Count Ministries. Oh, we're still batting in the bottom of the ninth. Duke is 2 out as a run, or the play was overturned. 2 out, runner on first, says Jay Myers. Jay, I'm going to trust you. Pitch is low and away, and a runner from first takes off. Again, no throw. J. Paul Head gets a stolen bag as well. He did not want to be left out. Staborski's first stolen base of the year gets him to third. Merrick, oh my goodness, a pitch that nearly hit Jake Merrick, and he gets rung up on a 2-2 pitch. He turned around and he had what I would call the O face. Oh my goodness. As Kobe Anchor gets the call there. Probably would have been another broken bat if he had attempted to swing at that one. Runners at second and third, now 2 outs. Ball's hit high and deep to left field. Back goes Grissom, and he makes the catch at the warning track. That got a little bit, well, not a little bit, a lot too much lift on that fly ball. Carter has flown out to all 3 of the outfield positions in this ball game. That nearly was a 3-run ding-dong right there, but no runs in the inning on 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. We're heading to the bottom of the 8th. Rhythm lead 10-3. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
You might get to nap, but your money doesn't. Like right now. At Volunteer State Bank, it's working hard day and night, earning 4.5% APY. Playtime, drive time, anytime. You could be out with friends or on vacation, but your money, it doesn't take a break. You've worked hard for it. Now let it work hard for you. Open a free Kasasa Cash checking account today and earn 4.5 annual percentage yield if qualifications are met on balances up to $15,000.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
Hendersonville Firefighters Association called to the bullpen for Full Count. Right-hander finally out of the bullpen. Peyton Vaught is the right-hander. On for Hayden Choate. Peyton 6'2", 205-pound right-hander. Sophomore at Virginia Military Institute. He is a cadet from VMI, from Amelia, Virginia, Amelia County High School. Robert and Carrie Vaught are his parents, Anna and Jack, sister and brother. Papa and Nanny there in Lynchburg, Virginia. He's staying in the host home of Eric and Tina Stewart. They're big baseball fans. And Jack, don't call me Armstrong Thompson, is his mentor, former teammate at VMI. So he will come on here in the bottom of the 8th and face 6, 7, and 8. So now Murray State wins. How did that last guy? He grounded out to first base unassisted. Let's put a fork in that game finally. Logan Bailey will step in. Big thanks to Chris Williard and the group over there at the local Hendersonville Firefighters Association for their support of Full Count Rhythm Baseball. First pitch from Vaught sails high. Hard throwing right-hander. Paints the outside corner with that fastball. Fly ball into left field and foul territory. No chance for Nolan Sargent to get that one. Parker Staborski stays in the game out in center field for Lou DeLesia. Logan Bailey happy to finally see somebody right-handed. Although he's 2 for 3 in the contest. Faced Patrica and Potter. Did not face Hayden Choate. That's fisted into shortstop area, just in the outside grass. Logan Kroc makes the catch. Out number 1. That'll bring Ian Cartwright to the plate.
The fielder, 16.
This is Logan or Peyton Vaught's 3rd appearance of the year. 1 1/3 innings previously. 1 hit, 2 runs. 1 was earned. Walked 4, struck out 2, and has hit a batter. Did pick up a save. Breaking pitch sails high. That save came in game number 1 at Fulton. 4-2 victory in game 1. It looked like a pretty good pitch right there. Trace Simmons missed that one. There was a runner on. That would have been a pass ball. Not sure what Trace. There was no bend to that one at all. And there's now 3 balls and no strikes. Vaughton in the 9th at Fulton did give up a hit and a run, but it was unearned. Walked 2, struck out 2. Error in the 9th that allowed the 1 run to come in. And there's 4-pitch walk. That is the 4th walk of the night for Ian Cartwright. He's been on base all 4 times, all via the walk.
And the third baseman, number 31, Justin Irving.
Hayden Choate goes 1 2/3 innings. He gives up 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Not walk a batter, struck out 3. As Justin Early, the 3rd baseman, steps in, he's 2 for 3. Lined out into a double play. Was a big play in the game there in the 4th, and that's ball 5 from Peyton Vaught. Tina Stewart rooting for young Peyton Vaught. V is in Victor, AUGHT. Fastball. That may have been right where Jake Merrick's pitch was. It rung him up, but it's a ball here. On deck, Dylan Toller. Throw over to first, nearly over the head of Blake Carter. He got on his tall shoes and got up in the air. Nine walks. Nope, that's not right. There's a called strike. 6 walks in the game, 4 of them to Ian Cartwright. Line drive, that's going to get down in the right field line. John Paul head over, and he gloves, heading to second base, and now maybe trying to score. They are going to score. The throw pulls Trace Simmons away from home plate. Cartwright hesitated, but then came on when he saw that Simmons was not going to be able to collect the baseball and then get back to the plate to tag him out. So another run comes in for the Miners. I don't think an error would be charged on that throw from John Paul Head. I don't think you can assume that he's going to throw him out, but a double down that right field line by Justin Early. He's 3 for 4. Now Jimmy Gamboa out to have the chat just try to calm Peyton Vaught down. The walk and the double. No error charged. See if we got a score from the Henderson-Fulton game. Holy smokes. Railroaders getting hammered. 15-5 is the score of that game. Henderson put a touchdown on the board in the top of the second and have scored 3 in the 7th, 3 in the 8th. Now lead 15-5 as Fulton bats in the bottom of the 8th to see if they can stay in the ball game. If they don't score, that game's going to be over. As Vaught's first offering after the mound visit is high to Toller. Toller is 0 for 3. Now ball 2, and they check down with the third base umpire who says he did not go. Looks like we're dealing with every game now with 3 umpire crew. Like a couple of years ago, there were some places we would go. It was just a 2-man crew. Full Count always had 3 umpires. Ten Rhythm lead. Got out to the 9-0 lead after 3. There's a strike on the outside corner. Might have been a bit of a gift. Toller says, hey, I hadn't been on base all game long. Why are you going to do that? Couple of strikeouts and a ground out. See if Vaught can come back to get him. There's a pitch right down Broadway as the Miners fans do not appreciate that call. It looked really good from my vantage point right behind home plate. And a Full Count Ministries full count. Get to the Full Count Ministries verse of the game right after this half inning. Swing and a miss. And a Safeware strikeout sits down Toller for out number 2. Looked like Vaught took something off of that pitch.
Now batting number 18.
I've got 9 strikeouts by Rhythm pitching. Now Jackson Grissom gets his second opportunity at the plate. Hit a ground ball to Spencer Yu. Spencer was not expecting as he's going to try to lay down a bunt. And apparently Jackson Grissom is a pretty fast runner. Trying to lay down a bunt. They need a big inning, of course. So it's not like he can hit a 6-run home run and get them right back in the game. So he's just trying to get on base. Speedy runners, they lay down bunts. See if he tries it again. He does not, and the slider misses up. One ball, one strike to the second left fielder of the night. Fouls that one off the screen. Vaught now ahead in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Runner at second. Logan Bailey started the inning off with a pop out to the shortstop, and then Ian Cartwright walked on 4 pitches. Justin Early laced a double down the right field line, drove in Cartwright. And strike out the Toller, brings up Grissom. Chopper to third. That is going to be foul. Jake Merrick backhanded it anyway, but third base umpire raised his hands pretty quickly as that ball got by the third base bag. Not sure that Merrick had even a snowball's chance to throw out Grissom, who's at that point pulling a Ichiro Suzuki there. He's 2 steps toward first base as he's putting the bat on the ball. 1-2 pitch from Vaught. Another similar play. Umpire did not try to make the catch there, and it rolls down the left field line in foul territory, and the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, the Rhythm will be off tomorrow, except for kids camp. Back at home on Wednesday and Thursday, home games. Change up, misses up. That was the pitch that he struck out Toller on, and Grissom was not going to bite. Another line drive to the Rhythm dugout to stay alive as Grissom, as he's hanging tough. Rhythm have home games against the Paducah Chiefs and the Fulton Railroaders Wednesday and Thursday. That'll be at 7:05 both nights. If you're in the area, come on out to the ballpark and watch the Rhythm. They try to get a third championship, and a swing and a Safeway strikeout ends the inning. Peyton Vaught finally gets Grissom. A couple of strikeouts. And Justin Early in the 8th. The Miners score 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left aboard. 10-4 as we head to the top of the 9th. Let's get to our Full Count Ministries verse of the game. And Carson Howard, who handled the 5- and 6-year-old group, did a good job this morning with our devotional. And I asked him, I said, what is the Bible verse attributed to our devotion today? And I'm assuming it's going to be the same verse all week long. It's found in 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 12. Very famous verse about the young people. Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity. The Full Count Ministries verse of the game in 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 12. You thank the folks at Full Count Ministry, the director of ministry, John Smithson, and Josh Carmen, who's the director of baseball. Reed Glover, who's down on mission down in Nicaragua, is the director of discipleship. Todd Cox, who was there at kids camp with the 5- and 6-year-olds for a little bit today, just arrived on staff. He's been there a week. He is the director of spiritual growth. And of course, we can't forget about Britt Carmen. She is Elmer's glue. She holds it all together. Let's just call her the head administrator. We'll tell you, John Smithson, Reed Glover, Josh Carmen, besides the fact that she is his wife, Adam Spates, nobody involved with Full Count Ministry wants to handle anything that Brooke Carmen is handling. She does a fantastic job. It's awesome to watch her work. She does it with a big smile on her face all the time and seemingly never gets angry or upset. But as Lori Gettelfinger, that's the mother of our queen, Brooke Carmen, she's checked in on Facebook. That is a great verse, isn't it, Lori? Scott and Lori Gettelfinger, big supporters of Full Count Rhythm Baseball and Full Count Rhythm Ministries. Trey Simmons, Nolan Sargent, Spencer Yu out for the top of the ninth inning. A new pitcher out there. Trying to figure out who he might be. Popped up and out of play, a AAA autoglass foul ball. Number 2, Cooper Wright. Let's see. Cooper was the first baseman starting the game. So let's see who's the new first baseman is. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ground ball to the left side. That's going to sneak on through the 5.5 hole. Trey Simmons picks up his 4th hit. Don't think we had a rhythm player had a hit, 4 hits. As I didn't get to show you that. Trying to figure out who all these people are and where they are. Justin Early has moved from 3rd to 1st, and our new first baseman, number 14, Sean O'Brien, who was playing second base. This is like a merry-go-round. Nolan Sargent looks at ball 1. Sargent's got 3 hits. He's got a chance to get his 4th. Let's see who the new second baseman is. Number 4, Pete Britton. There we go. We finally got the new player in the ball game. The lefty misses outside. The count goes 3 balls. I'll get him up there. 3 balls and no strikes. Full count, it shows now with 20 hits in the ball game. Sargent taking all the way. Looks at a strike. Make sure the official score also has 20. He does. Papper to the right side. It will kick foul. Well, the Full Count Ministries full count. 3 hits in the first, 5 in the second, 2 in the third, 1 each in the 4th and 5th, and then 2, 3, and 2 in the 6th, 7th, and 8th. And now 1 here in the 9th. A hit in every inning, 20 at this point for the game. Full count pitch. Another chopper to the right side. They're not going to be able to get Sargent there as he does beat Wright to the base. And Nolan Sargent picks up his 4th hit of the ball game. Runners at first and second. 3 batters for Full Count have 4 hits in the ball game. John Paulhead, Trey Simmons, and now Nolan Sargent as Spencer Yu stands in. He's got 2. Takes a pitch inside. Not going to end this game early. We're in the top of the 9th. Swing and a miss by Spencer. Cooper Wright, the 6th pitcher. It's a call. I'm guessing, the way he's smiling out there, that this is going to be his first outing. I think they're running out of pitchers is what is happening. Breaking pitch stays inside. So where did Mr. Britton, I guess he's going to go in the DH spot. They're going to ring up Spencer Yu on that pitch. I don't know about that one. Spencer Might have been the victim of a 10-4 top of the ninth. Landon Ward, the DH, looking for his first hit of the ball game. Takes a called strike on the inside corner. Swing and a miss. Ward has walked and been hit by a pitch. He's 0 for 3. Scored a run. One pitch. I got 0-2. See if the umpire changes. They've got 2-1 on the scoreboard. Fouled off, and now that's the second strike. So the question is it 2 balls and 2 strikes? Or is it 1 ball and 2 strikes? Popped up on the right side. That will get out of play. A AAA autoglass foul ball. Rain still running. And that's a base hit into right field. Landon Ward picks up the base hit. They're going to send the runner. The throw is not handled. Landon Ward picks up an RBI single and heads down to second base on the throw. Runners now at second and third, and the Rhythm lead 11-4. Ward gets his first hit as a Rhythm player. Seeing eye base hit over to right field, and screamer in the books. Sargent moves over to third, and Trace Simmons comes in to score. And Logan Kroc, for his 6th plate appearance of the game, 3 hits in the inning for full count. Kroc has 2. He's 2 for 5. Lifts that one down to right field, but it'll go foul. 1 out in the inning. Still a few folks here at the ball yard. Another foul ball. That gets into the parking lot. AAA autoglass foul ball. Oh, and that went a windshield right there. They operate here in Kentucky and a whole bunch of other states, including Texas, Louisiana, Tennessee, Alabama. I believe they're in Florida as well. 1-2. Strike 3 right down Broadway. Logan Kroc takes one looking. That's a second backward K in the books. I called that one from my seat. Now 2 out. Parker Staborski will get his second plate appearance. Kobe Anchor went 1 inning, gave up 2 hits, no runs for the Miners, and struck out a batter. Wright working quickly, delivers a fastball up. Let's see if I can pull up those stats real quick. Tapper foul at the plate. See if Cooper Wright has made an appearance this year, or if this is a 10-4 top of the ninth type of an appearance. He is working really quickly. He's got dinner plans. Popped out straight back. That'll hit off of the roof. Get into the parking lot. Apparently, I'm not keeping up with the balls and strikes. Cooper Wright working too quickly for me. Just outside. Home plate umpire has the same step back for a called strike 3 as he does for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on. And there's a line drive softly hit to the second baseman, who is Pete Britton. He makes the catch for the final out in the top of the 9th, but the Rhythm get 1 run on 3 hits. No errors and 2 runners left on base. Head to the bottom of the 9th. We'll keep it right here. I want to see Cooper Wright has pitched yet. Indicates that he has. I don't think they're keeping up with it that quick, where he's just. No, he pitched back on June 2nd against the Fulton Railroaders. Went an inning, faced 7 batters, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, a couple of strikeouts, and a hit batter. Picked up a couple more strikeouts in his 1 inning of work here tonight. We will now go to the bottom of the 9th. Our Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game, John Paul Head. Let's see, Trace Simmons. He gets 4 hits. And we're going to throw Nolan Sargent in there as well. That is 12 hits between the 3 of those guys. John Paul Head, 5 RBIs. He had his 3rd home run of the year as well. So he's Chick-fil-A Rivergate player 1A. Okay. And then Trace Simmons also had a 3-run home run. He is player 1B. 4 hits, 3 singles, 3 RBIs. He goes 4 for 6. Nolan Sargent also 4 for 6 with an RBI and a triple. So congratulations to those 3. And thanks to Chick-fil-A of Rivergate for being our title sponsor all year long. We have a Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen. Had another left-hander down there that apparently needed to get into the ball game. I don't have the numbers memorized yet. This is Carter Kelly, number 19, out of Lipscomb University. They come in and try to get the last 3 outs here in the bottom of the 9th, as he's going to face the opposing pitcher, Cooper Wright. Kelly, apparently a pitch that Trace Simmons was not expecting. Ball, but he absolutely boxed that one. Looked like he was expecting maybe a breaking pitch, and now he's going to go out and chat with Carter and go over the signs. And I don't have. Bob McCall was also all over the Murray State Duke game. Just now seeing that post. Bob, appreciate you watching tonight. Michael Kelly, he watches on the rig. And a lefty on lefty matchup, which we've seen a lot of tonight. Carter Kelly tried to step on one there and spikes it. Ball 2. Duo pitched. Slider away. Four-pitch walk to Cooper Wright.
Now batting the shortstop, number 15, Walter Hamilton.
Trying to send a text to their broadcaster, whose only cell phone number that I have. Let them know that Roman Petricka, the score does not change. Guess I could tell Will Cox, the commissioner, he's probably up there. Coulter Hamilton, a couple of hits in his last 2 plate appearances, looks at a called strike. And the pitch, ground ball into the hole and sneaks through into left field. Hamilton with 3 hits in his last 3 plate appearances. Now runners at first and second.
Now batting the second baseman, number 4, Britton.
Pete Britton batting in the DH spot. Came into play second base. Gets his first at bat of the ball game. Comes in with 2 on, nobody out. Backs away from an inside fastball. Carter Kelly, 6'1", 185-pound redshirt freshman at Lipscomb University. David and Nikki Kelly, his parents, Aiden and Ethan, are his brothers. Just above the letters for ball 2. In the world. Must be hitting a different button than the B. If you hit the P, which is not even close to a B on a keyboard, as that ball gets into the dirt and kicks away from Trace Simmons. Both runners move up on the wild pitch. Things not going well here for Carter Kelly in the top of the 9th. Papa and Nana, Papa Phil and Nana JJ, they're all in Pulaski, Tennessee. It's down in Giles County. Kelly on for his 3rd appearance of the year. All in relief. And has walked his second batter. After giving up the single. Walk, single, and a walk, and that will end Carter Kelly's evening. He does not retire a batter. Take a break. We'll tell you about the Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen after this message.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen, pulling a position player out. Former pitcher a couple of years ago at Kentucky Wesleyan, Caden Moore, is on in relief from Trevecca Nazarene University. I don't know that he's towed the rubber for Trevecca at all, but he did at Kentucky Wesleyan. He's 6 foot, 175-pound right-hander. He's a rising graduate student at Trevecca from Terre Haute, Indiana. getting a master's in entertainment and sports management. Son of Scott and Amanda Moore, grandson of Grandpa and Grandma and Popo and Mimo in Terre Haute, Indiana. And he is coming into a bases loaded, nobody out situation. In relief of Carter Kelly, who struggled to find the strike zone.
The third baseman.
Sixth pitcher of the game for full count as well. It's Sean O'Brien, I believe. Let's see, they've got a pinch hitter. I didn't hear. Cade Moore delivers the first pitch outside. It is Sean O'Brien. O'Brien 0 for 3. Does have a sacrifice fly and an RBI. Taps that one foul at the plate. Cade Moore in there to throw strikes for full count. See if he can allow his defense to work for him. Game got started right at 6:30, so we are over the 3-hour mark here. Shows the Rhythm with 28 hits up there. That's not right. 22 officially. Ground ball up the middle could be 2. Kroc will underhand off the glove to you, and that's a 6-4-3. Do that double play. Just what the doctor ordered for the Rhythm. Miners do score a run.
Now the pitcher.
And a runner at third base, but 2 big outs for the Rhythm. Nice glove flip by Logan Kroc to you and a good turn. Now Logan Bailey at the plate, fouls that one off and out of play, a AAA autoglass foul ball. Cooper Wright comes in to score. Coulter Hamilton now down at third base. As the Miners are down to their last out now, down to their last strike. Rhythm with the win will move to 7-2. The Miners will fall to 5-3. Winning pitcher should be Roman Petricka. Popped up on the left side. This should be playable. Jake Merrick over, makes the catch, and this one belongs to the Rhythm. Miners make it interesting in the bottom of the ninth. Score 1 on 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. Cade Moore comes in and slams the door for the 11-5 victory for full count.
It's 30 McLean.
Make this one final. 11-5 as full count was trying to get Madison back. Both teams have defeated each other 11-5 at the opposing team's building. So that's a little interesting. Cade Moore comes in and 2 batters, gets 3 outs, no save in the ball game. But Roman Petricka should pick up his first victory. 1-0 he would go. Losing pitcher is Travis Kellums. And no save. This game takes 3 hours and 12 minutes to conclude. And the Rhythm get the victory and move to 7-2 on the season. Miners fall to 5-3. Full count stays in first place. John Paul Head, Trace Simmons, and Nolan Sargent with 4 hits apiece are the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. players of the game. Well, that'll do it from Madisonville, Kentucky. It's been a pleasure to bring you tonight's exciting action of Full Count Rhythm Baseball. And we'll have a day off tomorrow. Be back at it at Drakes Creek Park on Wednesday. If you're in the area, please come on out and support these young men. If not, you can join me again right here on YouTube or Facebook. For John Smithson, the Director of Ministry, and Head Coach General Manager Josh Carman, this is Tim Reese saying God bless you. Thank you for listening to another edition of Full Count Rhythm Baseball, right here on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
This has been another Full Count Rhythm Baseball game presented by Full Count Ministries and Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We'll see you next time right here on the Full Count Broadcast Network.